Hello everyone, welcome back to the LuxCore Pilates YouTube page. I am Lexi and today we have a 30-minute booty burn Pilates workout. And all you'll need for today is just a little band. If you don't have a resistance band, it's all good. You can do this, you'll still feel it in your glutes. Without the band, this is just a little bit extra. All right, let's get started. We're gonna get started in a tabletop position for a warm-up today. So just stack your shoulders over those wrists, hips over those knees. We're gonna inhale, drop that belly down to the floor, look up at the sky. Exhale, round through the back, tuck that chin, press the mat away. Inhale through the nose, drop that belly down. Exhale through the mouth, round through that spine. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Let's take two more here. We want to make sure we really warm up that spine before we get into the glute work that we have today. And then after this last one, meet me back with a neutral spine. In 3, 2, on 1. Meet me here. And we're just gonna flip those palms over. You can do one at a time if this feels too intense to do both at the same time. And then we're just gonna rock forward and back. We are gonna get into a little bit of planking to warm up the core before we work the glutes to make sure that you keep your core engaged for this entire glute workout. You hold it forward in 3, 2, on 1. Flip those palms back over. And we're just going to take some hover holds here. So you're going to tuck your toes under and then hover those knees off the mat a couple of inches and then set them down, up and down. Take a little pause at the top and then set them back down with control. Gonna hold that hover in 3, 2, hold that hover on 1, press away from the mat, piking those hips back in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, pike the hips back, pedal it out through the heels, dropping one heel down and then the other, warming up through the calves and the hamstrings. Feel free to drop both heels down at the same time. Take some calf raises here. And then drop both of those heels back down to the mat. Let's send that right leg up to the ceiling and then step it all the way through outside your right hand. You're just gonna stay here. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then let's set that left knee down. Let's rock back and forth, stretching in to that right hamstring. Opening up those hips as well. Rocking back and forth. Getting these legs nice and warmed up. And then you're gonna hold it back in 3, 2, on 1, just hold it here now. You can drop that head as far down as you can to the mat. If you have that mobility, you can bring those elbows to the mat, deepening that stretch. And then rock it back forward. You're just gonna step that right leg back and then pike those hips back again. Pedal out through the heels a couple more times. And then drop those heels down on the mat, send that left leg up this time, and then step it all the way through outside that left hand. Hold here, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and then we're gonna set that right knee down, and we're gonna rock forward and back here. This time opening up through that left hamstring, opening up those hips. Make sure you note the differences between the two sides, what might feel more tight, so you know what might be a little more challenging. During our workout today, we do have some single leg work. And then we're gonna hold it back in 3, 2, on 1, hold it back here. Again, option to bring those hands in and sink elbows down onto the mat to deepen that stretch, or you can just keep your hands extended here. And then we're gonna rock it back forward, step back in line, pike those hips back again. Now we're just gonna roll it forward into a full plank position, bringing those shoulders back over the wrists. Press the mat away. We're here for 10 seconds, warming up the core before we set those knees down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the knees down. Bring those knees nice and wide on the mat. Sink the glutes into the heels. Extend your arms long in front of you. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then another inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then let's rock it up to a tabletop position. We're just gonna take a couple more cat-cows here. Inhale, drop that belly down. Exhale, round through that back. Last little piece of our warm-up before we get into the glute work. Maybe with a flat back. In 3, 2, on 1. Maybe with a flat back. Now you're gonna grab onto your band, place it a couple inches above the knees. And then you're gonna lay down flat on the mat, keeping those feet on the mat. Now, if you want an extra stability challenge, you can bring those arms up overhead. If not, you can just place your hands down by your sides on the mat. Let's first just work through articulating the spine. So let's lift the hips up, lower back, mid back, upper back, and then articulate on the way down. Upper back, mid back, lower back. Nice and slow to start. Just warming those glutes up. Really think about articulating through that spine as you come up and down. We will turn this into a regular glute bridge in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Just lift those hips and set them down. Lift up and down. Again, option to take those hands up overhead. Just a little bit of an extra stability challenge. Makes you engage your core even more. Exhale as you lift the glutes up. Inhale as they reach back down to the mat. You're gonna hold your hips high for a pulse. In 3, 2, hold the hips high on 1, pulse it up, 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 up. From that highest point, see if you can just get those hips up a couple more centimeters, squeezing the glutes. You're gonna hold it at the top in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold at the top, work against the band, and then bring it back in. Stretch against the band and bring it back in. You're keeping your hips at that exact same height. If you do not have a band at home, just create that resistance for yourself. As you bring those knees out, act like you're working against a band. You're not just using momentum. You might feel your inner thighs fire up here as well. We're going to take a combo in 3, 2, bring those knees in on 1. We're going to lower the hips, lift them back up, work against the band, and then bring it back down. Putting together those 2 movements we just did. Try to keep getting those hips up to the exact same height every single time, if not higher. We hold the hips up in 3, 2, hold them up on 1. One more pulse up before we get a little break. Pulse it up, up, up. Breathe through it. You can set those hips down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. All right, you can just rock those knees side to side, releasing that low back. And then from here, we're gonna get into some single leg glute work. So again, option to just keep your hands down by your sides here. If you wanna progress this, bring those hands up overhead. Now we're gonna lift the hips up off the mat, and then you're gonna send your right leg along to the ceiling, pointing through the toe. Lower and lift, lower and lift. Try to keep going through this the whole time. Our single leg glute work for these bridges are pretty quick today, so try to stay in it. Exhale as you come up, inhale as you come down. You hold it up in 3, 2, on 1, hold it here, pulse it up, up, up. 10 seconds. You bring that leg down, keeping those hips up in 3, 2, 1. Set that leg down, keep those hips up. Feel free to adjust your feet if needed. And then we're gonna bring the left foot up to the sky, point through the toe, lower and lift. Exhale as you lift up. Inhale as you come back down. You're gonna hold that leg up high in 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold here, pulse it up. 10 more seconds. You drop that foot and keep those hips high in 3, 2, 1. Keep those hips high. You can adjust your feet. And then with control, let's articulate the spine back onto the mat. Upper back, mid back, lower back. And then bring those knees into the chest. Take mini circles with those knees. Releasing that lower back. You have a couple more variations in this glute bridge. And then we'll come to a tabletop position for some tabletop glutes right after this. All right, let's put those feet back down onto the mat. Bring those hands up overhead if you choose to do so. You're gonna lift those hips off the mat. And then once your hips are up, you're gonna lift those heels off the mat, press against the band, and then lower the hips. Keep those heels up the entire time. Lift, press against the band, come back in, and lower those hips. Similar to that combo at the beginning of this glute bridge series, but this time you're high on your toes. You're gonna hold it, those hips up, and everything back center in 3, 2, on 1, hold it here, lower the heels, lift the heels. Lower and lift, lower and lift. Trying to keep those hips nice and stable, just lifting and lowering through those heels. We hold those heels high in 5, 4, 3, 2, hold them high on 1, pulse against the band. Pulse, 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 pulse. Last little move in this glute series here. Stay in it. 10 more seconds before you bring those hips down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come back in. Set those hips down. Again, take that little windshield wiper with those legs back and forth. And then you can bring those knees into the chest, rock forward and back until you come to a seated position. And then you're gonna flip it over. We're gonna come to that tabletop position. So stacking those wrists right under the shoulders. Hips are right above those knees. Make sure your head is in line with the spine, looking down at the mat. Now you're gonna bring your right leg in and then extend it long behind you. Bringing it out and then in, pointing to the toes. Trying your best to keep your hips square. So press a little bit harder into that right hand, but stay lifted off the mat. Do not sink down through those shoulders because you will hurt your wrists. You're gonna hold that leg long behind you in 3, 2, On one, hold it long, rainbow that leg over to the left, and then over to the right. Rainbow it left, and then right. Don't hold your breath here. Your breath will help guide you through the movement. You hold your leg long behind you in 3, 2, on one, hold it up, pulse it up, 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 little pulses. Make sure you get that leg as high as you possibly can, work against that band. You set that right leg down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, set it down. You can sit it back into your glutes for a moment. You can pound out that right side. And then we're gonna come back forward, this time on your forearms. So make sure you're not arching through your back here. Engage your core. Flex through that right foot. And then you're gonna send it with a 90-degree angle up to the ceiling. Donkey kicks. Lift up and then down. Similar to when we were on our hands, make sure you're pressing a little bit harder into that right forearm so you're not dumping over into that left side. Exhale as the leg goes high to the ceiling. Inhale as it comes back in. Now check to make sure that your shin is still creating that 90-degree angle and that you don't have it too far outside of the glutes. So you might need to bring those heels a little bit closer to the glutes to get that 90-degree angle. Hold that leg up high in 3, 2, on one, hold it up, pulse, pulse, pulse it up. Get that leg high. We have a hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, on one, hold that leg. You drop it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, staying here, make sure you're still nice and open through the upper body. You're not sinking down to your shoulders. Press away from the mat. This time, we're gonna be taking little circles. So you're gonna flex that foot again. You're gonna bring that leg up how you did in the donkey kick and then circle it around. Bring it back up and then circle it around. Let me actually face the camera just so you guys can see me. Up, circle it around to the front. Keep those hips square, keep that going. We're gonna reverse the direction in 3, 2, on one, reverse. Ten more seconds of these, stay in it, try not to drop that leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those knees wide. Sink the glutes back to the heels. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then sit it up. You can pound out that side again. And now we have the same thing on the other side. So let's bring it back up to those hands. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. We're gonna bring that left leg in and then extend it long behind you. On this side, press a little bit harder into that left hand to keep your hips square. Exhale as the leg goes long. Inhale as it comes back in. Make sure you don't have an arch in your back here. You're gonna hold that leg long behind you in 5, 4, 3, 2, on one, hold it long. Rainbow your left leg over to the right and then back over to the left. Rainbows with that leg. Still making sure you're not dumping into your right sides. Keep those hips square forward. Breathe through it. Just tapping that toe and then sending it back over to the other side. You're gonna hold that leg long behind you in 3, 2, on 1, hold that leg up, pulse, 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 pulse it up. See if you can get that leg a couple inches higher, y'all. You've got it. We set that leg down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Sit it back into the glutes. Pound out that left side. All right. Now we're gonna come back forward onto the forearms. Take the arch out of the back. Flex the left foot. Make sure your leg is at a 90-degree angle as you bring it up to the ceiling. And then back down. Exhale as your leg goes up. Inhale as it comes back in. Press into the left forearm. Don't dump into that right side. Everything coming from that left glute. You're gonna hold that leg up high behind you in 3, 2, hold it up at the highest point, pulse it up, 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 up. See if you can get that leg a little bit higher, keeping that shin at that 90-degree angle. Bring that leg into the glute a little bit more if you need to. We have a hold in 3, 2, on 1, hold it here. See if you can get the leg a little bit higher. Breathe through it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the leg down. Give yourself a little break for a minute. Check the upper body. Make sure you're not sinking down to the shoulders. Press away from the mat. This time we're going to take those circles with the leg on this side. So you have make sure that foot is flexed again. You're going to bring it up just like you did in that donkey kick, but then circle it around. Nice and controlled with those circles. Breathe through it, y'all. You're almost there. I'm gonna reverse those circles in 3, 2, reverse. We are done in 3, 2, 1. Set it back. Again, bring those knees nice and wide. Sit it back, glutes back into the heels. Head comes to the mat, arms long in front of you. Child's pose. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then you can sit it back into those heels, pounding out through that left side. All right, amazing. And now we're gonna come down to our left side. So prop yourself up on your left forearm. And then you can just bring that right hand either to your hip if you need help keeping your upper body nice and open, or you can bring it down to the mat in front of you if you feel like you won't sink down doing that, whatever is most comfortable. Legs are at a nice diagonal, toes together, heels apart. We're gonna take some clamshells, so open that leg up, work against the band, and then set it back down. Exhale as you lift the leg up. Inhale as you set it back down. This move is really good for hip mobility and stability as well. Burning out the side glutes. We're gonna hold that leg open in 3, 2, on 1, hold that leg open, pulse, 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 work against that band. Stay lifted through the upper body. We hold that leg open in 3, 2, 1, hold that leg open. Let's tap knee to knee and then tap toe to toe. Knee to knee, toe to toe. Little mini rainbow with that leg. You're gonna hold that leg over your bottom leg in 3, 2, on 1, hold it up, flex the foot, drive it into the chest, and extend it long in line with the body. Drive it into the chest, and extend it long in line with the body. In and out. Foot is flexed the entire time. Hold that leg long in 3, 2, hold that leg long on 1, pulse it up, 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 still flexing through the foot, up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, set it back down, tap out this side, and then let's take it to the other. See, quick little series to end this glute burn. This time you're propping yourself on your right side. Stay open to the upper body. Either putting the hand here on that hip. Legs are a nice diagonal. You're gonna bring your toes together, heels apart. Clamshell, open that leg, and then set it back down. Open, close. Exhale as the leg opens. Inhale as it comes back in. Make sure you're not rocking back and forth through your body here. You're literally only moving that leg. Your hip will shift back a teeny bit, but that's just a result of you focusing on lifting that leg. Shouldn't be rocking back and forth. Hold that leg open in 3, 2, on 1, hold that leg open, pulse, pulse. Make sure the toes are together, heels apart still. Pulse it up, little pulses from your highest point. You're gonna hold that leg open in 3, 2, 1, hold it open. Tap knee to knee, toe to toe. Breathe through it. I know this one burns very quickly. Knee to knee, toe to toe. Focus on really trying to also get that rainbow with the leg. You don't want to keep your legs too close to each other so you get that full rotation. You hold that leg on top of the bottom leg in 3, 2, on 1, hold it, don't set it down, flex the foot, drive it into the chest, and then send it long in line with the body. Foot is flexed the entire time. Hold that leg long behind you in 3, 2, on your next knee drive, hold it long, pulse it up, up, stay lifted through the upper body, keep flexing through the foot, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, amazing, set it down, pound out through this side. We are done with the work of the class. Now we're just gonna stretch, so take that band off and set it off to the side, and then meet me in a crisscross position. We're first just gonna take some seated cat-cows, and then we'll really stretch out those hips. Y'all killed that glute work today. Let's just bring the hands on the knees, inhale through the nose, round through the back, arch forward, exhale, round through the back. Extend the arms long. Inhale, arch the back forward. Exhale, round the back. Arms go all the way long. Let's take a couple more here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. On this next one, just meet me with the flat back. And we're gonna lean it back, go propped on your arms, and then you're gonna bring your legs in front of you, planting your feet onto the mat. Bring that right foot on top of the left knee. Circle out through that ankle to start. And then reverse directions. And then you can begin to rock those legs from side to side. This should feel really good because we did so many single leg glute exercises today. I'm gonna bring it back in the center in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant that right foot back down. This time left foot on top of the right knee. Let's just circle out through the ankle first. And then switch directions. And then let's rock back and forth on this side. The great thing about doing so many single leg glute exercises, you can really feel the imbalances in the body, and you can really figure out what to focus on going forward. So yeah, keep all that in mind. Take note of how your body felt in those positions today. See where you need to stretch extra if your right hip is a little bit tighter than the left, all that good stuff. Bring it back center, plant that left foot down. Now you're gonna come forward and we're gonna come into a little butterfly position. Bring your heels as close as you can into the body, and then just roll over forward over those toes. If you'd like, you can extend those arms long and just let your head sink here. Take an inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then you're gonna bring those legs into like a little bit of a wider butterfly, so bring the legs farther away from the body. And then you can roll over your toes. Arms can go long. You can also place your elbows on your knees and just rock back and forth, pressing into the hips. One side and then the other. And then we're gonna sit it back up. Just come back to a crisscross position. We're gonna take a couple head rolls and then you'll be done. So let your head hang to the right side for a moment. And then take head circles in one direction. And then when your head gets to the other side, let it hang there for a moment. And then circle your head in that opposite direction. Bring that head back center in 3, 2, and 1. We are done. Thank you so much for moving with me today. I hope your glutes are on fire, and I'll see you in the next one.